Alrighty, I just want to quickly go over the quiz that we had. The two different sections basically had the opposite problem to solve, and that is, taking a look at what the equivalent while and for loops are. Really, the for loop is nothing more than what I call quote-unquote syntactic sugar for a while loop. So let's see here. So section 1 did quiz 1A here, and they were told to, I think, take a look at this for loop and write the equivalent while loop. So this is a straightforward procedure, and we'll look at the other version too and see how we sort of unravel that. But the for loop here has basically 3 sections in its header here. The first section is what we would call an initialization. Basically here we are initializing any variables that are being used in the loop. And as indicated in the quiz, we were to assume that I and N were already declared. So for example, that might look something like this. Furthermore, we were assumed that the array data was declared, so that might look something like this based on this constant array size here. And what we need to do then is recognize is that this first part, what I call the initialization, is stuff that would occur before the equivalent while loop. The next part is the condition for continued iteration, and this would be the same condition that you would find in the while loop. And then the last part is what drives us towards moving towards the completion of that condition, an update, if you will. And then we have the body of the loop. So if I want to convert this for loop to a while loop, it's pretty straightforward. I take these initializations and I write them first. Then I use the condition in my while loop. Then the while loop body will be exactly what the for loop body was, followed by what we had in the for loop as the update condition, or the update expression. And here we go. So that's all you need to do. Now with the initialization, if we have multiple initializations, they are separated by a comma. But when we write them as statements, they need to be terminated by semicolons. We have our condition for continued iteration, our condition for continued iteration, and then our update, which is the last statement in the body, which is merely copied from what we had in the for loop. And like I said in Thursday's section, we did the exact opposite. We started with a while loop and we wanted to convert this to a for loop. So we take these initializations and we move them into the for loop header as a comma separated list of initializations. The condition remains the same. And the last statement here, which is our update, which drives the loop forward, is placed as the third part of the for loop header. Then we take our body minus that update condition and put it in the body of the for loop. So like I said, it was the exact opposite here. And there you go. That's all you need to do.